Hi Aquarius, welcome back. So Aquarius, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person that you may be connecting with. It's a general reading, so feel free to take what resonates, leave what doesn't, reverse the roles if needed. My readings are timeless, so I just trust that when this finds you, it's for you. So before I get into it, and I already had a card come out as I was talking right then, I want to talk about some of the channeled messages that I got and some of the energy I was feeling. I knew I was going to do the Aquarian reading today, and I've had this song stuck in my head for the entire day, and it was present also in the meditation. So it's Electric Love by Born. You might be familiar with that song, but it's a really uplifting song. Also about romance, obviously. So you might just resonate with that song. You might be hearing that song during this time frame on your social media or on the radio. If you do happen to hear it, take note of what you're thinking about during that moment, as that may be a sign for you. Or it could just be, symbolically speaking, this energy of like electricity, like, you know, feeling electrified, right? Because they were also giving me references to the song Grease Lightning from the movie Grease. Some of you may like that movie as well. And I was getting a movie reference to The Wizard of Oz, particularly Follow the Yellow Brick Road, which I've gotten that in meditations before, and so that has a significant meaning for me personally. But it has to deal with finding your way back to home, what feels like home to you, what feels good to you, finding your way back to the small things, Aquarius, the little things in your life that are going on that just give you that sense of home. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, take it for what it resonates with. That's kind of what I was seeing, and let's get into the cards. All right. So you have, as I was speaking, this card wanted to pop out. So it's Virgo energy. Some of you could have Virgo in your chart, be dealing with a Virgo, or it's just simply the influencing energy, which would be very methodical type of energy, very practical, grounded. This energy would have you feeling, Aquarius, more of the fixed placements of your sign. So the parts of you that can be very down to earth, okay? But this is also talking about being discerning in your judgments right now and your decisions right now. You know, and not over... I don't think you're overcritical sign, but not to be, overcritical of yourself during this time frame. Some of you might have that going on in your inner dialogue, you know, being too hard on yourself, as the way that you're thinking about things or the way that you're thinking about self. This is also talking about your health, your diet, your everyday habits. So maybe doing some refinement around that as well. But what I'm getting is like, if you're going to do refinement around that, great. But make sure you're doing it because it makes you feel better, not because you feel forced or, you know, or... You know, when you're trying to change a habit, it's like, it's easy to change a habit if you kind of love yourself through the process. I mean, you're kind of easy about it, right? But if you're trying to change a habit through judging yourself and demeaning yourself and, you know, criticizing yourself, then you're more likely to continue the bad habit, because nobody gets better through shaming. Not even ourselves, even though I think our human mind gets used to going there, that nobody ever improves through that. People only grow and improve through the energy of love. So be loving to yourself, Aquarius. All right. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with you and your person. And all of what I just said could also apply to the person you are dealing with. So keep an open mind. Overall energy for my Aquarius. What is the overall energy here for Aquarius? She says in that song, by the way, because I can still hear it, candy, candy, she's sweet like candy in my brain. Some of you got a sweet tooth. You might be, gosh, I can't get my cards together. Okay, the death card keeps wanting to come out. I'll take note of it, but I'm going to put it back. Some of you could be like candy to someone else, you know what I'm saying? Like, they know it was bad for them, but they like that taste, you know? Just saying. All right, Two of Wands in your overall energy is what's coming out here. There might be changes and transformations coming in as well. So I don't want to negate the fact that the death card kept coming out. Some of you Scorpio energy. There could be some changes around, like I said, diet and habit, but it could also be around Virgo or Scorpio. So keep that in mind. There is Two of Wands here and Five of Cups in the person you're dealing with energy. So this is you making progress. All right. So, I'm hearing figuring it out. So there's something here that you're figuring out, Aquarius, that is bringing you closer to what it is that you're wanting. And you might be seeing some sort of progress around a situation during this time frame or around the connection. This person is in the Five of Cups. So this card talks about sadness, kind of being like a meh energy, feeling at a loss, feeling emotionally depleted. This person could be in that emotional space during this time frame. I'm getting the words on and off. So this seems to be on and off with this person. It's like sometimes they're down to business, they're being very practical minded, and then sometimes they're getting all caught up in their emotional self, but not in the best way. It could be that this person is being like hypercritical of self. Like I said, that earlier message could be for the both of you, Aquarius, so that may have also applied to them. But let's get into it and see. We're going to go into the recent past to see what led up to this. And then we're going to look at perception, how you see each other. Then we're going to look at your emotional self, how you're feeling underneath it all. And your hopes and most likely future outcome. Speaking of candy, and I don't know why I'm being drawn to talk about this, but I bit the inside of my lip yesterday chewing on gum. And it's like bothering me today. I don't know why I felt led to like talk about that. Some of you are biting your lip, biting your tongue. Maybe that's a nervous habit, or maybe there's something you're trying to not say. Okay, so biting your tongue like symbolically, but let's see. I heard the word cheeky. All right. Recent past energy, Aquarius. Seven of Pentacles, the Emperor here, the Star. Let's get one more. And the Page of Wands. Whew, all of a sudden I'm feeling warm. So Aquarius, this is beautiful energy leading up to the now. So this to me is talking about kind of taking control of your life. Some of you investing time and energy into the things that feel like home. Let me go back to that. Meaning like things that are very familiar to you, things that feel good to you, things that come natural to you. Like putting a lot of your focus in that area of your life. All right. Some of you have done some healing, maybe on your body or emotionally, spiritually, and this is allowing you to kind of go into 2022 with a clean slate. Okay, so the Page of Wands is here, and you have the Two of Wands here, so it's like leading up to the now. There was this period in time, Aquarius, where maybe you needed to take some time to yourself, to care for yourself. And now as we get closer to your birth month, the end of January, it's like your time to shine, right? It's a new beginning for you, and it's feeling energized again and getting you that pep back in your step and making some progress on the things that are important to you. So what they're highlighting the most right now are, you know, figuring out what is it that is important to you and what provides value in your life and what negates from the value in your life, and paying more attention to, you know, what you're giving focus to in the big picture, right? This is a sense of also being patient and needing to be patient with yourself, letting things come in their own divine timing, not rushing anything, not getting ahead of yourself, right? And it's like there's some sort of opportunity coming in that's going to be presented to you. I don't feel like this is something you're doing or taking action on. It's just like as you get more into this space of awareness and this space of home, let's call it that, it's like something is coming in for you that gives like a spark of creativity or a spark of passion. And it could be from this person, or it could be in another area of your life. But there's something that's coming in that's being presented to you, Aquarius, that I think you're really going to like. So let's see what led up to the now for this person and go further into it. Person Aquarius is dealing with. Why are they in the Five of Cups? What led up to that? Seven of Wands, Ace of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. So this person, Aquarius, whoever this is that you are connecting with, there's this, I heard space needed. Maybe this person has needed space to kind of get themselves together as well in the recent past, so that they could open up their heart again, so that they could maybe even do some inner work around loving themselves, about creating distance from people, places, and things that were causing drama in their life. There's a sense of like this person kind of putting this bubble around them so that they were able to do that. They may have come off really closed off, okay, in the past, or it may have come off that way. Let me put it to you that way. But it feels like this person had some struggles going on that it was almost like a protective mechanism. So if they didn't shut down something, you know, or didn't shut down, then it might have overwhelmed them or exhausted them even more. So it's like this sense of like them kind of closing up shop is what they're giving me as a self-protective mechanism. It could be that this person is needing to learn or has recently learned their own worth when it comes to how they feel about self, or how they feel about you possibly, or in relationships. It's a bit of a closed-minded energy. Like this person has a little bit of stubbornness, but I also feel like this is someone who knows what they want, okay? And so they don't like to hear other people. They don't want to hear it from anyone else. Like, you know what I'm saying? This would be the type of person that's like, I love what I love, and I don't need you to tell me who to love or who to be, or, you know, they're not even open to anybody's input because it's not going to change their mind. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of energy coming through on this person's side. And it could very well be a fixed sign. That's a very fixed sign thing to do. And Aquarius, you would know that because you're a fixed sign. But doesn't have to be, right? So let's go into perception and how you see each other. Now, keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder, Aquarius. So might be your truth, but may not be this person's truth, but we'll start there. So how does Aquarius see the connection? Six of Wands. What is in their perception? Six of Wands, Ace of Cups. So there's a lot of emotion here involved. I heard evolved. Okay, so there is like the emotions towards the connection on both sides has evolved, okay, over time. It's like there was a lot involved in the situation, and now there's some sort of evolution around the emotional self on both parts. So we'll see what that's about. Ten of Swords and the Hierophant. Anything else? Ace of Wands. So Aquarius, there's a sense of like, you know, feeling on top of things, you know, some of you getting attention within love, within relationships, you know, or maybe craving that. But I feel like this is, first of all, someone grabbed someone's attention, right? Whether you grabbed someone's attention or they got your attention, because this is all about attentiveness and deep feeling emotions. So there's that involved here, right? And what's evolved over time is like this sense of, I want to put this correctly. So there's this sense of like really wanting someone's attention in order to feel loved. And then as time has moved on, right, as you've grown spiritually, coming to the understanding that you could feel loved even without that attention. And this connection may have been a catalyst to you understanding that how you feel about yourself has nothing to do with how others feel about you. Okay, and everything to do with you and how in alignment you are with what you got going on with your life, with self. And so there's been some sort of evolution around that, Aquarius, when it comes to committed relationships in specific. It could have been a bit exhausting. That could have been a very exhausting thing to learn. Some of you are still feeling that exhaustion. Like, you know, sometimes it's easier when it's about other people, right? It kind of takes the ownership off of ourselves, but you're never going to get anywhere by putting the blame or the ownership on other people. The only way that you grow spiritually is to go within and figure out, okay, well, what am I doing to attract that? What does that mean for me? And asking some of the deeper questions, right? So this could also be a time frame where you're doing a lot of that deep, meaningful reflection on self, yeah, kind of slowly changing your vibration around that. This person is someone that I feel like there's a sense of like you seeing this person as successful, you seeing them through the eyes of love, even though, or even if this person does not see that in themselves or does not see that in you. It's like you're still committed to seeing this connection through loving eyes, right? So even though I feel you being depleted at times, Aquarius, mentally and emotionally, it's like sticking true to your belief structures, right? And some of you are understanding that you attract what you are. And so no matter how people behave, your only job is to stay in a loving space, right? And so even, I could keep going there. Some of you feel like this person has betrayed your trust, okay? And yet you still see the good in them. Like, or you're still being called to see the good in them. You know, Aquarians are very stubborn too as well. And it's not that an Aquarian will continually let you disrespect them. No, Aquarians are the best in the zodiac at detaching, okay, and creating boundaries, all right? And I don't mean to offend anyone else or blow smoke for my Aquarians, but it's just the truth. But even when you detach, Aquarius, you still are pretty stubborn with how you feel. Like, for instance, if you love somebody, you love them. Even if you're not going to allow them in your life, you're still going to wish them well or want to see good things come from that or come for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your moral compass here, or is overriding maybe what society would tell you to do. I feel like I'm babbling now. I'm getting a lot of different messages, so excuse me if I am, or I hope this is making sense, but it's like, other people might say, you know, you have every right to feel this way, hate this person, block them, ghost them, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, okay, well, that may work for you, but that's not how I want to approach it type thing. Okay. And I feel like that's particularly true if you had an ending with this person. Now, some of you are in a connection with this person. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of attention being shown. There's a lot of commitment here, but somebody's a little bit mentally exhausted at the moment. So let's see this person's perception, Aquarius. Three of Swords. Six of Swords. Holy cow. Ace of Pentacles. The Empress and the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is out twice here. Whew. Sorry, all of a sudden I'm like sweating in here. So this person's been through some heartache, you know, for sure. I'm getting a song. Would you break my heart? Would you break my heart? I don't know who sings that. If you know, put it in the comments. But they're headed towards, like, this is going to be a growth opportunity for them. So they've been through something that may have felt like an emotional struggle, right? That caused this person to close off. But I feel like it's pulling them closer towards things that are in their highest good, that have more growth or commonality in them. This person is going through a rapid maturation cycle, growth cycle, both spiritually and emotionally. That's helping them to kind of clear out some of this older energy that I feel like they've been carrying around with them. I heard since the beginning of time. Wow. So this person might be someone who really has a hard time letting go of the things that have happened to them, especially the negative things. They have a tendency to kind of like bring that back up or let that live inside of them for too long, right? So there's something coming through that's helping this person to break loose from that patterning that's giving them some sort of growth. This person sees you, Aquarius, going through your own growth cycles, okay? It's like, in this person's mind, Aquarius, it's like they understand the emotional distance. Like, this person is not stupid. They know either how you feel or your patterns of behavior. But they also know how soft you can be and how much potential there is within the connection. There's something about clearing the slate here that this person wants or is coming in possibly for them in general or between the both of you here. Don't mind if you can hear my child in the background. It's like the doors of opportunity, Aquarius, are opening for this person, and are they going to see it or not? That's the question. Like, if they continually focus on the issue, they're going to create more issues. They're going to create more negative karma. Vice versa, if this person can just let go and see the potential that has come from whatever this is that had them down, then it's like they get to go into the next chapter with all of this growth around them. So let's see what's going on in the emotional space, Aquarius. The Hermit, the Fool in the reverse. One more. Put those cards up. The Nine of Wands in the reverse. And the Hangman. So, okay, sorry about that. I had a song come in. I can't make it out though. If it comes back, I'll let you know. All right, so more Virgo energy here, by the way, for some of you. But there's a sense of like emotionally going deep, you know. Some of you, it's like if you have to battle for something, I feel like you're not going to do it. It's like knowing what's worth the fight and what's not worth the fight. Now, some of y'all in the past were fighting for things to work in situations that weren't even in your highest good, or people that weren't even in alignment with you. You know, so it's like as you go into the new year and your birth month in particular, it's the sense of like learning and understanding that if it feels like a battle, it's probably not yours, you know, because what's for you kind of flows in naturally. You don't have to impress it. You don't have to manipulate it, provoke it, you know, control it to get it to come to you. And that's kind of how you know. So it's like going into 2022 with this fresh set of eyes, this new perspective that is like not going to push the issue on things of that nature. And yeah, so this is after a period of doing like a lot of introversion or a lot of inner reflection here, Aquarius, that helped you to kind of see it from a different perspective. And so emotionally, I feel like right now, if it's too much of a struggle, it's a no-go. It's a no-go, right? If someone can't see it from your perspective, you're not going to exhaust yourself to make them see it from your perspective, right? It's either you genuinely connect or you don't genuinely connect, and it is what it is. And that's that very practical, earthy energy I feel coming through in the Aquarian energies. So let's see what we've got coming in on this person's end. And yes, I know Aquarius is an air sign, but what I'm feeling is that you're going into this more earth-like energy. Interestingly enough, some of you have heavy earth placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus. So this person's emotional space, dang. I have another song in my head. I think it's Annie Lennox. She goes, da, 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 huh. Does anybody know the lyrics to that song or the name of that song? I cannot, for the life of me, even get any of the lyrics in, but if you know it, please put it in the chat or in the comments. So this person is in the Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Magician, the Page of Cups. This is a very strong-willed energy. Like I said, this is a one day at a time, yet getting new ideas. This person is wanting to manifest new connections or renewals in connections. It's funny because at the same time, they also want to act disinterested. They also have this detached, aloof energy about them. It's almost like being heavily attracted or interested or wanting something to manifest, but then pretending like you don't care. And actually that contradiction between what someone's intentions are versus the things they say and do is the thing that's keeping them from what they want. Because in order to get what you want, you have to be completely in alignment, meaning mind, body, spirit, and inspired action. So there is a bit of a contradiction here in this person's energy. The other way I could see this, Aquarius, is that this person's trying to manifest pulling in something new, and maybe you're not interested in what this person is doing, or you're quite detached. Some of you have detached from this connection, even though you still have love for it, as I was saying earlier, but not necessarily going to give any attention or time or energy to it. For whatever reason. I'm sure you have reason. But so it could be one or the other. Take it as it resonates, or both, you know. It's just an air of like, yes, I want this to come to me and I want to manifest this, right? That's what this person's energy is. And I'm getting new ideas on how to pull things into me. And yet I'm not able to pull the Aquarian in, or yet at the same time, it's like there's some sort of contradiction in their energy that's not allowing them to see what it is that they're trying to manifest. it's like right there, you know, what it is that they want is coming to them, but they're not seeing it for what it is, for whatever reason. Let me give you an example, right? Say like you want to manifest a beautiful love, a lover, right? And you're in that lover, you want a caring person, a kind person, loyal, trustworthy, blah, 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 blah. And so you got it set in your mind that that's what you want, and you want universe to deliver it to you because you believe in law of attraction, and I do too. And so you set out your intention, you meditate, you allow yourself to get in receptive mode, and all of this love appears in your life. You run into a kind stranger at the grocery store, your children seem to be more loving, or your neighbor seems to be nicer. Maybe you even meet someone out on the streets, but they don't look how you wanted them to look, but they have all of those qualities you asked for. And so because it's not coming through in the exact way that you asked for it, you negate all of that. And if you're laser focused, you're like, why isn't the universe delivering? Why isn't it delivering? You know, and in the meantime, it's delivering it left and right and left and right and left and right. But you're so laser focused, you can't even see it. Well, if you can't see it, if you don't have a broad enough perspective to see all the different ways the universe brings you what you want, then you're always going to feel like you're not getting what you're asking for, which leads to frustration, depletion, loss of hope, right? And so this person, that's the example that I'm giving. I'm not saying they're actually doing that, but it's like they're trying to call forth these things that they want, and then the things are coming in, but they're like looking elsewhere. Like they're missing it, okay? Or maybe Aquarius, this could have been something you were doing as well, right? So it could be both sides, but take it as it resonates. Let's go into hopes. 8 of Swords. So I feel like some of y'all want to be surprised. I don't usually get that message from that card, but that's the first message I got. Surprise me. Some of you are like, okay, surprise me. Show me something different. Show me something new, you know. And yet at the same time, some of you are restricting yourself, right? And I got that story earlier about like biting your tongue. I bit my cheek earlier. You know. This person is in the 8 of Wands, 9 of Cups. They're hoping for communication. They're hoping for financial success. They might be hoping for communication about their finances that is positive, or some sort of communication that makes them really happy. They're wanting that. That's probably what they're trying to manifest, Aquarius. It's like this person is trying to manifest news or information, and it's coming in left and right, but they're not seeing like the signs. They're not picking up on it. It's like, I feel like their spirit guide is around them like, hello, look over here. I'm just kidding. Spirit guides don't get frustrated. They just love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. But, you know, if like, that's my version of what I think is happening. So let's go into most likely future outcome. And keep in mind that all the future outcomes can be changed with free will, Aquarius. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The Strength card, the Sun card. 3 of Pentacles. That card came out earlier too. The 7 of Swords. So I have to clarify that. So you got a stalker here, Aquarius. Could be this person, could be someone outside of the connection. FYI, I feel like you would already know that intuitively. And I don't mean like someone in your bushes hiding. I mean like social media. You got a hater or something out here. Okay, some of you are that person. So be honest with yourself if you are. But I don't feel like that's related necessarily to the big picture of this reading, but just FYI, there seems to be an energy that's present that is looking in from the outside that isn't exactly honest, okay? Whether it's this person or someone outside of the situation. And I don't feel like it has any impact on you, right? Like this card kind of came floating out as, and usually I would like, can't talk. I would, oh, okay, I see. Thank you. Usually I would go fully into this card, right? Like horse blinder. As soon as the Seven of Swords comes out, what's that about? But for some reason, when it flipped out, it just seemed irrelevant. So whoever or whatever this is seems irrelevant to the story or to what it is that you're accomplishing during this time frame. So the Strength card, the Sun card, the Three of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. This is like regaining your confidence, your happiness, pulling in cooperative components to what it is that you want. Happy relationships, stability within the home, feeling better physically, emotionally, spiritually. Some of you connecting with Leo energy, but it's a general reading, so this could also be in your chart or just the influencing vibes. It's just like, okay, I have a song in my head. Ain't nobody gonna hold me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Ain't nobody gonna take my pride. Ain't nobody gonna hold me down. Okay, that's so weird because at first it came through as like an old rap R&B artist. It was either Muse, no, not Muse, Mace, Puff Daddy. And then it turned into that old 80s song. But you get what I mean. I feel like maybe that's your theme song. And this is electrifying. Like, this is electric love, right? This is electric love. So say that there is some shady stuff going on around you, Aquarian, or around this person's energy. It doesn't seem to be a big player in where your focus is going. So some of you are aware, but you're purposely diverting your focus from that. Let's see this person's energy. The Tower in the reverse. Oh my gosh. Didn't I say surprise me? Surprise and delight. The Chariot in the reverse. The Hermit. There is something changing here that may surprise you. Okay, I got that at the beginning of the reading. You may not see this coming, Aquarius. Some of you are going to be surprised. And that, they're not really giving me what that is, but it's like whoever you're connecting with, they're the Tower in the reverse. So it's like surprise, but not surprise. And then what is right next to it? It's the Queen of Swords. So even if you're male or female, this is the Aquarian energy showing up. So there's like something that's coming in that's a surprise, but it's not a surprise. Like either you already intuitively picked up on it, or it's like, I don't know. It's like you already knew, but you didn't know. You think you knew, but you didn't know. Something like that. So this person does not want you to change, Aquarius. They don't want you to change. That could be a good thing. That could be a bad thing. This person could just love you the way that you are, especially if you're in a long-term healthy relationship. It's like this person loves the way that you are. They don't want you to change. They're not looking for you to change. They just want to be part of your life. They want you to be more open and available to them, right? If this is, say, someone you're not currently with, they still don't want you to change, right? Like they don't want you to shrink away from what they know of you. Okay. Like this person may want you to come back. They may be hoping, Aquarius, that after you do some soul searching, that you come to the realization that you want to come back to this person. You know, because I'm getting this song, Baby Come Back. And it could also be that this person is doing some spiritual work feeling more fortunate, and they come back. But there's definitely this essence of like something that was moving forward is in the reverse. Well, Venus is in retrograde right now, right? Oh my gosh, this is a long reading. Venus is in retrograde, right? So in love in particular, things from the past may be reoccurring or like repeated patterns. It's just something to be aware of, right? But there's something that's coming back around in this person's heart or mind that has to deal with the connection, and you may or may not see it coming. But see, the encouragement here, Aquarius, is let the universe surprise you. You don't got to know everything. You don't have to see everything. I saw this meme the other day and it was so true. And I think it said something like, I know you're intuitive, but looking for evidence of your own intuition all the time is what's blocking you. You know, the need to know, and it's Aquarius's famous phrase, I know, that gets us kind of in trouble sometimes. So I'm not even going to clarify this. I just want to leave it out there that's what's going on. But the encouragement for you, Aquarius, is to not get all heady about this and not need to know what's going to happen in this and that. Instead, focus on your strength. Focus on the things that are of value to you, what makes you feel at home. Stay present in the present moment, and just know the universe has heard you. It has heard you, right? You don't need to keep repeating yourself on what it is that you're wanting. Spirit has heard you. So let's see what the Law of Attraction card is, and we will leave it there. I got 2. All right. It says, I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction. The individual creators who are coming together must be in a place of positive attraction before they can come together, or nothing positive can come out of the co-creation. Okay, so you attract what you are. You want to attract positivity, then you have to be a positive person. Keep that in mind. This is saying the thoughts I think determine the relationship I attract. Not only does the power of your thought determine which people make their way into your life, but it determines how they behave once they get there. You are thinking, vibrating attractor of your experience, and the thoughts you think determine everything about the life that you live. As you turn your attention towards the positive aspects of the personalities and behaviors of others with whom you share your planet, you will train your point of attraction in the direction of only of which you desire. So how you think about someone and how you feel about them internally matters a lot, because that's what you call out of them. That's what you call out of that person. A lot of people feel like, well, I feel this way about this person because the way they behave towards me. But you are responsible for the way that you feel. Period. And it's more so, to be more accurate, I have expectations about this person, and because I feel that way, I keep producing that result within this relationship with them by calling it out of them. Tricky, right? But if you want the best, you got to see the best in everyone, to put it simply. All right, so let's see Aquarius zodiac signs you could be dealing with. I've got Virgo, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Aries, Virgo, Aquarius, Aries again, Virgo again. Lots of Virgo, Aries energy here. Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio are the primary signs I'm seeing. Capricorn over here. But it's a general reading, so it can be any zodiac sign. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do go live and have videos there as well. All of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section, where you can find the donation link. For those of you who'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Otherwise, wishing you the very best, Aquarius, and until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.